Hi, I'm Chris Parker. Less than 24 hours ago, we finally got our hands on the Motorola Razr folding screen phone. We attempted to fold it 100,000 times, but that's not quite what happened. Let's take a look and see what did.
It's the redo of the Razr that was such a legendary phone. Now it folds with its screen creasing as well. I shouldn't say creasing. We'll find that out later. We're going to do what is rapidly becoming the famous CNET fold test. That thing right there, which my colleague Chris Parker, the Foldinator-in-Chief, is about to mount up the Razr in there, and we're going to work this thing back and forth, and it's going to be mesmerizing to watch it and see how it holds up.
I'm just going to turn on the lowest speed and see how it does. All right, doesn't like that.
Okay, so we'll do some adjustments. So as we move that back and forth, we'll get this just right so it's not giving us any resistance. Therefore, we know that it's doing a natural fold of the device. And let's see our counter. You can see how we're at a low speed right now. What do you got? You got a little rheostat down there to crank it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Much faster now.
Seems like it's doing all right. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to full speed here.
That's not full speed? Oh, good grief. That's full tilt?
That's full tilt.
That's what we got, folks.
Should be about 2.5 times per second, 150 a minute.
So to our friends at Motorola, who I know are watching right now, gnashing their teeth, we're going to once again remind you that Motorola asked us, very politely, to remind the audience that they recognize what we're doing here and that it is a test that doesn't necessarily replicate the way you're going to use a phone. You ain't going to be doing that. But Motorola says that they did their own extreme testing in their own environment and that they have thoroughly thought this idea through, that this thing needs to handle a lot of folds and keep on ticking the very next day. So just to get that out and air that out on their behalf.
This is the same machine we used when we tested the Galaxy Fold back in October. That phone survived almost 120,000 folds over about 14 hours. This one we're going to try and run 100,000 times and see how long that takes and see how it's holding up after that. It's coming up on 2 o'clock right now and almost time for our first check-in of the day. We are just past 10,000 folds, so we're going to stop the machine now. And it hasn't fallen into a million pieces yet, which is good.
It's still on, too, and it's going strong.
If we fold it... Oh, can you hear that?
They were saying that the review units did that, too.
There have been several reports from a lot of people in the public who've had this phone for a couple days now, and some review units that, yes, they started developing this squeak in the hinge. Besides the noise, the motion feels good. The screen is perfectly intact. No dead pixels, nothing. 3 o'clock here on the West Coast. Time for our check-in. We're at just past 19,000 folds. I'm going to reach over, turn this baby off. All right, so we've got this guy out of here. As we can see, the screen is still looking sharp. Now, this is the big question.
Still got that weird crinkle sound to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little unnerving to hear. It actually sounds a little bit like Baby Yoda if you listen to it with the right tone and tenor.
It is just about 4 o'clock. We're checking in at the top of every hour, so make sure you come back at... Oh, I think it wants to stop right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn this thing off here.
I feel sorry sometimes for the phone, you know? I mean, it's rough.
The screen is coming on, nice and clear.
It's definitely making a different noise now.
Is it better?
It seems to be getting worse, I think, yeah.
Come on. I can definitely see why the machine's having a hard time with it now.
Do you feel resistance on the phone?
It's definitely resisting
Oh, really?
me trying to fold it here. Listen here. That noise is not supposed to happen for sure. And now... Oh yeah, that's
not good.
not good. Personally, I don't think it's going to work in this machine anymore. Which leads me to ask, what do we do now? If any of my bosses are paying attention and have any advice.
What should we do?
So after over 27,000 folds and almost 4 hours of time, I had to pull the plug on the test. Now at that point, the screen was still working fine. I was able to fold the hinge, but it was very rickety and creaky and obviously not the way it was supposed to be working. So to say this phone is broken at this point is a little bit of an overstatement, but it certainly isn't working the way it was designed to work. But the story wasn't over there. Today, Motorola got in touch and issued a statement in reaction to the test. You can find that whole statement in our article, but in short, Motorola says, SquareTrade's FoldBot is simply not designed to test our device. Therefore, any tests run utilizing this machine will put undue stress on the hinge and not allow the phone to open and close as intended. CNET's test is not indicative of what consumers will experience when using the Razr in the real world. We have every confidence in the durability of the Razr. But the only way we'll know for sure how durable these phones are over time is to wait and see with years of real use. But as long as companies keep making these foldable phones, we intend to keep bringing you these tests.